So we're going to the Candy Kitchen tomorrow. That means Donna's got to try and get in all her Halloween books before we go. I believe this is the last Halloween book. So if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But if it isn't, we'll mix it in, and we're going to start the Thanksgiving Day books on November 1st. I'm just excited about this one because I remember going to the Scholastic book fairs when I was at Bennett School, and we were at Bennett School, and I just enjoyed those so much. Of course, I love reading. This was written by Brandi Dougherty, illustrated by Denise Hughes. And let's open up The Littlest Pumpkin. Oh, that's a cute and festive photo. Don't you think, Miss Sonia? You do? Okay, well, we'll read to you as well. For my friends and longtime critique partners, Susan B. Katz and Evan Sagerman, B.D., for Sam and Will, D.H. Petey was a pumpkin. He lived with his family in the Spooky Woods pumpkin patch. There were many pumpkins in Petey's patch, but Petey was the littlest one. It was almost Halloween, and Petey's seeds swirled with excitement. This year, he was finally big enough to participate in the pumpkin decorating contest at the Halloween Bash. Halloween Bash pumpkin decorating contest? Petey just knew he'd be chosen for the contest. After all, his great-grandma Squash once won the spookiest award 3 years in a row. Petey's mom helped him polish up his skin until it was bright orange and super shiny. Petey's sister, Portia, made his stem look just right. "You're so cute," she gushed. Petey frowned. He didn't want to look cute. He wanted to look big and spooky. Some families from all over the spooky woods came to the pumpkin patch. Some found their special pumpkin right away. Others took their time examining lots of different pumpkins. Portia was one of the right-away pumpkins. "See you at the party," she called. Petey put on his best pick-me smile when two monsters wandered over. "What about this one?" one monster said, pointing to Petey. Petey held his breath. The other monster shook his head. "Too little." Later that day, Petey practiced some spooky boos with his dad. "A little louder," his dad coached. "Boo!" Petey shouted. "Bless you," a vampire responded, thinking Petey had sneezed. Before he could try boo again, the vampire picked up his dad. "This one's perfectly spooky." "See you soon, son," his dad said with a chuckle. The next morning, Petey heard an org looking for a bumpy pumpkin. Petey quickly rolled through some leaves, hoping to appear bigger and bumpier, but instead he got lost in the pile. Next, Petey used a wheelbarrow to hop on the fence. "Up here, I'll be noticed for sure," he thought. "Look at that pumpkin, Gran," a werewolf barked. That's too Wendell," his Gran replied, steering him in the other direction. The crowds came and went by, but Petey stayed. "There's always next year," Petey's mom reassured him. Just then, a ghost picked her up. "Look at this big one," the ghost said to her family as she drifted away. "See you tonight, love," Petey's mom shouted down to him. "And don't worry." These little pages are just not good for people with big hands. Petey slowly rolled through the pumpkin patch. A tear splashed in the dirt in front of him. Everyone wanted a different type of pumpkin. Nobody wanted the littlest one. Just then, Petey heard two girls talking. He stopped and watched a witch and a mummy stroll his way. They were little, just like Petey. May "Look at that pumpkin," the witch said to her friend. "This one, Wilma?" the mummy asked, gently picking up Petey. He didn't try to make himself look spooky or bumpy or big. He just smiled. "He's perfect," Wilma and May said together. The girls took Petey home and decorated his skin with a special glowing paint. He loved the spooky design. "We're ready for pumpkin contest," they cheered. Hold that thought. We're going to get another page turned here. Petey, Wilma, May were the first ones at the party. Petey beamed as his family arrived one by one. There was just one problem. "Why aren't you decorated, Portia?" Petey asked his sister. "I'm too scared to be the pumpkin contest," she told Petey. "What if no one likes me?" Petey looked at Wilma and May and smiled, and he had an idea. When Wilma and May helped Petey get to work decorating Portia with glowing paint just like his. When they made it back to their table, the contest had begun, and Petey balanced on Portia's head to complete their design. The judges loved double-painted pumpkins, one big and one little. They gave the new friends a ribbon for the best team effort. Petey had a blast that Halloween bash. He got to watch Wilma in a high-flying broom routine and May a fun mummy dance, and they ate enough treats to last them all the way till next year. Best team effort. It was fun to feel a little spooky sometimes, but Petey was the happiest being himself, and that little idea was the biggest joy of all. The end. And of course, I'll read the back to you. Petey is the littlest pumpkin in the spooky woods pumpkin patch. Too little to look scary, too little to give a mighty boo, too little to be noticed, but not too little to be himself and save the day. And I just wanted to say, it's been a joy reading all these Halloween books to you, and I loved that the Dodgers won the World Series. I'm a Cardinals fan, okay, but they got Tommy Edman and they got Jack Flaherty. And I'm happy for our former Cardinals. And it was well-deserved. Well-deserved. So, and I'm even happy for Freddie Freeman, who was the MVP. Great job. But outside of that, tomorrow is a special day for our family. Not only is it Halloween, but my doodles, which I did not mention, last Saturday, we competed at our Matt Toon Rule King in the Petaween, and we won second place. Rip and John went as themselves, Rip and John, and it was a great time had by one and all, and win or lose, we were just happy to go. So that was a very nice experience, and for the boys, it was their first time being in a crowd, and they acted well. So I can't really say anything negative. They also turn 1 tomorrow, which doesn't seem possible. So we're going to be celebrating that. And yes, I will be seeing all my ghouls and goblins because I have made treat bags. I'm very excited. I'll see those who stop by tomorrow. I wish you all a safe and happy Halloween, and enjoy the season.